You might have heard of so many billionaires flashing their net worth and showcasing their wealth. Well, that's not something unusual. But wait until you see how trillionaires spend their overflowing wealth, their peculiar interests, their extraordinary lifestyles, and of course their expenses that's a million more than how much we, ordinary people, spend. Billionaires like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Rihanna, and the rest of the 2,000 billionaires in the world indeed have a splendid lifestyle, but trillionaires can beat that any second. Only 6 trillionaires have ever lived on Earth, and one of them is King Salman, the King of Saudi Arabia. So how does King/a trillionaire spend his money and use his resources? How grand are his expenses? Is there no similarity at all? We'll find out in this video, but before we go on and flash through your eyes the magic of being wealthy, make sure to hit like and subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay updated on the latest in the luxury world. At Luxury Mindset, we bring you all luxurious information ranging from items, cars, houses, places, and even people who bathe in luxury. Not only that, but we also give you the amount you would need to purchase any of these luxurious stuff. So, if you're interested in the rich, becoming rich, or even dreaming of lying on a mattress of gold or dollar bills, click the notification bell to keep yourself updated on this channel. So, who is King Salman? King Salman bin Abdulaziz was born in Riyadh on December 31, 1935. He was designated Crown Prince of the King of Saudi Arabia and appointed Deputy Prime Minister by King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz on June 18, 2012, upon the death of Crown Prince Nayef bin Abdulaziz. Just like the members of the royal family, he finished his studies on the Prince's School in Riyadh, a school that only the royals can get into, and he paid attention to religion and contemporary science. He served as Deputy Governor of Riyadh from March 1954 to April 1955, Governor of Riyadh from April 1955 to December 1960, and again from February 1963 to November 5, 2011, when he was appointed Minister of Defense. Saudi's royal family has a net worth of over $1.5 trillion. This wealth is apparently a product of the biggest company in the world by value, Saudi Aramco, the oil resources of the country, and the enormous assets they have in fossil fuel reserves. If your family had that many sources of income, being rich would be an understatement. Just like what we see in movies, kings live in palaces. As for King Salman, he owns many of them. 3 of these palaces are the biggest and probably the most expensive and extravagant palaces. First, King Salman's residence, the Al Yamama Palace, situated in the capital of Riyadh. This place is also the headquarters of the royal court. The sleek, modern building exterior is relatively minimalist, reminiscent of traditional Arabic design, with geometric motifs and pointed windows. But the interior is nothing but stunning chandeliers, sumptuous carpets, ornate antiques, and gold accents on display, with ornate doors leading to opulent gold-decorated rooms. Italian marble floors and intricately carved ceilings and wall panels create an eye-catching ambiance. King Salman held government meetings in this building and often welcomed foreign dignitaries and other VIPs to the palace. Just December last year, King Salman and Prince Mohammed bin Salman welcomed President Xi Jinping of China. Another popular palace he owns is the Al Auja Palace. Al Auja Palace is located northwest of Al Yamama Palace on the outskirts of Riyadh. Although built fairly recently, the multi-million-dollar palace was built in the local Naji style. The interior is surprisingly elegant and evokes a time when the kingdom was not so rich in money. The rooms are decorated with historical photographs of Saudi Arabia. In this image from October 2016, the king shows his guests, including the Princess of Abu Dhabi and Dubai, an old black and white photograph of Riyadh. Instead of a plethora of OTT glittering jewels, the palace showcases the finest Saudi craftsmanship, with intricately hand-carved wall and furniture details, mosaic floors, and accents. Subtle pressing. The building reflects the new king's simpler taste, as well as his passion for local architectural and decorative styles. Third, the Urga Palace. Upon the King of Saudi Arabia's ascension to the throne in 2015, President Obama presided, expressing condolences over the death of the late King of Saudi Arabia, Abdullah bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, while at the palace. Like Al Yamama, the Urga Palace is ostentatious, with much of its gilding, rich silk carpets, and expensive Italian marble. To celebrate the visit, the king treated President Obama and his entourage to an unlimited feast. Hosts and guests dine on lobster, lamb, pearl rice, and other delicacies. Apparently, there are gold-plated Kleenex dispensers next to the golden chairs. Apart from welcoming guests in his own abode, King Salman also goes abroad for negotiations and delegations. But his travels are nothing simple. Let's take a look at 4 of his extravagant and luxurious travels. Starting with his trip to Indonesia. On March 1, 2017, King Salman of Saudi Arabia, along with an entourage of 1,500 people, arrived in Indonesia to the cheers of the crowd. Some 620 people joined his entourage as well as 800 delegates, including 10 ministers and 25 princes, and at least 100 security personnel. As expected, King Salman carried 459 tons of equipment, including 2 Mercedes-Benz S600s and 2 electric elevators. It is said that 572 workers take care of the luggage of the king. Members of the Saudi royal family are often known for their epic travels. Salman booked the entire Four Seasons Hotel in Georgetown during his visit to Washington in 2015. This hotel, one of the most luxurious in the area, has 222 rooms. The Georgetown location of the Lavish hotel chain has been redecorated, with enough red carpets to keep Salman and his family from hitting the asphalt. Almost everything has a gold accent. Watch the regulations, from mirrors to hat racks. His keen interest in gold definitely showed. And of course, the redecorations, the changing of red carpets, which his team brought for him, and all the grandiose changes made over his visit have cost him millions of everything. I bet when you're as rich as King Salman, luxury and comfort must come together. To him, gold is both comfort and luxury. King Salman was welcomed by numerous billboards, lining the road with his own image, and a message welcoming him to Russia in Arabic and Russian when he arrived in Moscow and traveled to the city center. His trip is unquestionably historic because it is the first time a Saudi king in power has ever made a state visit to Russia. He brought his own carpets, a golden escalator, and 1,500 people. About 800 kilograms, or 1,764 pounds of food, have been brought in on a daily basis via Saudi plane flying between Riyadh and Moscow. Some of the hotel staff were also replaced by members of the royal entourage with people who knew exactly how they like their coffee made. Additionally, King Salman, who is staying at the Four Seasons, brought his own furniture. The Ritz-Carlton and the Four Seasons were the only luxury hotels that the Saudi government reserved for the visit. In order to make space, the latter had to ask some guests to reschedule or even move people who were permanently residing at the hotel. I wonder how those people might have felt at the time. But anyway, it's King Salman's request, so a no is not a correct answer. King Salman's visit to Tokyo is nothing different from his other travels. He is accompanied by other royal family members and ministers. Approximately 10 aircrafts were required to transport the huge delegation to Japan, and over 1,000 rooms of high-end hotels in Tokyo have been reserved. On top of that, there were 500 limos hired for the king. While he meets up with the important people in Japan, his family and other delegates had a shopping spree in Japan. Apparently, Japanese products are popular in Saudi Arabia. If his travels and his great interest in gold have left you in awe, we have more to share that can drop those jaws even more. The king travels frequently, so his collection of aircraft is very helpful. The 747 belongs to the Saudi royal family, but aside from that, the king has 2 Boeing 747-200s, a 777-300, a 7878, and an Airbus Air 340-200 that is used solely for him. commercial airliner Royal Boeing 747-400 was customized for the king and turned into a levitating palace paradise. With a capacity of more than 600 passengers, this aviation beast is one of the biggest passenger planes in the world. For obvious security reasons, there is no official video of the interiors, but it is rumored to include everything from a throne room to luxurious rooms. The average cost of Boeing B777 is $100 million. But King Salman owns two, so I challenge you to have fun with the numbers. But wait, keep in mind that all 6 of his jets are custom designed, have luxurious interiors decorated in gold, and have similar features. The maintenance price for these 6 jets surely would cost anyone a fortune, but to King Salman, it might even be close to cheap dirt. Okay, that was an exaggeration, but it would probably be nowhere close to what he considers expensive. Aside from King Salman's interest in luxury and jets, his nephew, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, ordered the conversion of the Airbus A380 Super Jumbo, the biggest and roomiest airliner in the world, into a lavish private plane, a project that was expected to cost in the neighborhood of $485 million. In the field of opulent private aircraft, it was anticipated to break a world record. Wide elevators and staircases were intended to connect 5 luxurious buildings, suites, a concert hall, a Turkish bath decorated with marble, a steam room, a movie theater parking for opulent cars, and a mosque with electronic mats that turn to face Mecca were all planned. Practically speaking, you would board the aircraft and lose all sense of its flight-related nature. That was the plan, and the prince intended to sell the plane to King Salman once he was finished for a higher price, of course. However, the plan never materialized because the project stalled and ultimately came to a screeching halt. An abandoned Airbus A380 with its interior torn out is currently rotting away in a hangar in France as a symbol of the House of Saudi's limitless wealth. If the topic is luxury, I'd go hands down to King Salman. I have seen so many luxurious individuals who travel around the world showing off their wealth, but his particular fascination with luxury is beyond my expectations. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, make sure to hit like and subscribe to this channel. Clicking the notification bell would also help us keep you updated with our upcoming videos.